All right, oh my people, no be small wahala we dey face inside the country wey they call Nigeria now. As I dey talk to you, they say no be small thing. No, say many people don run comot to thousands of residents has been displaced as terrorists sack 10 communities in Kaduna. Now, wow, this country don't go. This country, this northern part of Nigeria. Una go think say na joke. Now we dey for that side. Don't know be small thing. They say that 10 communities have left. Thousands of people have fled. Okay, we'll go into that. And also, they say that Nnamdi Kanu needs proper medical attention. This is coming from his lawyer, what they call barrister lawyer, Ejimako, to avoid heart failure. And DSS has no such facilities to cater for him. I go to show now that one. And one thing when the Nigerian Air Force personnel don't do for Abuja, we shock the entire country. They say one chance people will be say then they kidnapped people. Say they see them and so the man taking official vehicle, they block them. Come wound in vehicle. May we go into details, no time to waste time. Barrister Lawyer Ejimako, the special counsel to the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, on Monday, said his client needs immediate proper medical treatment to avoid him having heart failure. Ejimako, who said this while speaking to newsmen after his team applied for Nnamdi Kanu's bail at the Federal High Court in Abuja, stated that it was obvious medical facilities with the Department of State Security Services, DSS, could not treat the IPOB leader well, and things are allowed to go worst. He said from the medical report made available to us, which we fight a curse, his health is not too wonderful. He needs proper medical attention, and it is obvious that in the DSS hospital where he is detained, they do not have the capacity or the enough facilities to handle the situation, his health condition. You can imagine the situation where samples of blood had been taken over 25 times, and yet there is no care in sight. We have also brought in an independent medical practitioner who also examined him and came up with the conclusion that the situation he is having right now can lead to heart failure. We know that they may not be able to have the facilities to treat such conditions. You might even find it difficult to have it in the State House, Aso Rock. You remember in the State House some time ago, the former First Lady said that they don't even have syringes. They don't have paracetamol, so you can imagine them bringing an issue of heart before such facilities. We do not think they have the facility to take care of him. Otherwise, they would have done it. Every health otherwise, we also believe that you don't have the facility to manage any situation in the country. Now, remember that Sahara Reporters has also reported that the court had fixed 19th of March 2024 to rule on the bail application. So 19th of March, we are going to see the outcome of this particular ruling and the application that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer has placed. Kanu's counsel Aloy Ejimako has argued that IPOB leader should be granted bail because of his ill health. But the prosecuting team led by Adegboyega Awomolo San, which replaced David Kaswe, a lawyer with the Federal Ministry of Justice, urged the court to dismiss the bail application. Awomolo argued that the Department of State Services, DSS, has the medical facilities required to take care of the IPOB leader. The judge subsequently adjourned the ruling on the bail application to March 19th, 2024. Let me quickly give you a brief coming from Barrister Aloy Ejimako on this matter. Oya, watch.
Well, we moved to applications, our application for bail, which the court took and stood down for a ruling, a written ruling on 19th March. Also, an application raising objections to the proceedings was taken, and that again will be ruled upon on the 19th March, and trial will commence therefrom. The Federal High Court has to do what the Supreme Court said. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court is the apex court, the last court of the land. You cannot go beyond that. So the Federal High Court has to proceed with the trial. We have to proceed with our defense, and we're ready. Anything about delay while our client is in detention is unacceptable to us. But that has come and gone. I think it was the reason given was because the court was moving from one location to the other and eventually moved back. We take that even with a pinch of salt. We have to accept what we were told as true. Well, we moved to
all right, I don't hear from Barrister Lawyer Jimanko, the special counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on this issue of health and his bail application. As we take CM so now, so we take the talk very quickly. He gave one officer for the Nigerian Air Force where they say he don't carry out a heroic act where he saved some people that were being truncated by all these one chance people inside Abuja. Make una watch.
It was about 8 o'clock in the evening of Thursday, 15th February. The quiet and serene streets of Accra in Wuse Zone 5 neighborhood was a beehive. Then suddenly, this vehicle painted in Abuja taxi color was on high-speed reverse. Out of the vehicle, the voice of an unidentified woman distressfully called for help. While onlookers watched helplessly, this defense staff vehicle emerged and broke the speed of the suspected escaping one-chance vehicle. The military vehicle was greatly damaged, but that singular move led to the arrest of the suspected criminals while the victims were rescued unhurt.
In his desperateness to escape, this is what he did to this man's vehicle. This military vehicle. See what he did. See what he did.
Meet Air Commodore John Jilantikiri Ijudigal, the uncommon hero who risked it all to save the one-chance victims from the clutches of near-death situation.
I witnessed the car that was reversing at high speed, and inside I was hearing help, help, and I felt they also needed. I mean, it should not just go like that. Anybody can need help, and I decided that we should make a U-turn so that to block their movement.
What set this incident apart was what happened next. After saving the victims from the one-chance syndicate, the suspects made for an escape on foot. But Air Commodore Ijudigal chased them into the bushes, sniffed the criminals out, and as well went ahead to also protect them from mob action.
It was a good thing that the crowd had gotten the driver of the vehicle, and there was also a lady. The lady wanted to walk into the crowd, pretended she was a victim, but it was a good thing that the ladies that were the victims identified her and said that she was part of them. So thereafter that I ensured all of them were brought to a particular place, so that because the crowd was lynching them, I was ensured they were brought to a particular place. Unfortunately, we were able to get in touch with the police, and the police sent the DPO of the Wuse, yes.
For the Nigerian Air Force, the very senior officer's display of gallantry and heroism speaks to the core of the Chief of the Air Staff Command's philosophy, hinged on an Air Force that is resilient and effectively responsive to national security needs of their operating environment.
Are concerned about the well-being of our civilian populace and do anything, even if it means putting their lives on the line, to ensure that their safety is guaranteed. So it's a very positive sign for our younger ones that are coming behind. The Chief of Air Staff was commended, and as of yesterday, I know that he has said that the senior officer should be given a letter of commendation. And for us in the military, being commended in writing is the most important thing that makes any officer proud.
Commodore Ijudigal is an embodiment of it all, including demonstrating unwavering commitment to interagency synergy. The Air Force officer contacted and waited for the police to take custody of the suspects to enable them face the full force of the law.
That spirit is all what we want. That was why that day I commended the Air Commodore. It's me that went to tow his vehicle with my vehicle, because what he did was what I used to do. It's commendable and appreciated, and appreciable by anybody. It's an appreciable gesture.
When such thing happens, everyone gets angry because he must have been a victim of such a situation. And of course, by venting their anger, beating the something, they feel they've solved the situation. But as I said, as I earlier said, if you get to talk to him, you get more information from him. So that's that.
This incident serves as a powerful reminder that there are dedicated law enforcement officers in Nigeria who put their nation and law-abiding citizens first, rather than their personal interests. In Abuja, Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
All right, my people, now don't see how that one take happen. That was a good one from the Nigerian Air Force Oga there. Very quickly moving away from there, they say residents of about 10 communities in a Gabi local government area of Kaduna State have reportedly been sacked by terrorists who have sustained incessant attacks and kidnapping in the communities. It was gathered that most of the residents of the communities have relocated to safer communities within the local government area, while others have moved to the Zaria local government area of the state. Daily Trust reports that one of the leaders in the affected communities, identified as Malam Jafaru Angwa Salahu, said that the residents of the affected communities, mostly farmers, are now living in their new environment as internally displaced persons, IDPs. This is happening in Nigeria. IDPs. Salihu or Abisalahu listed the displaced communities to include Sabongida, Anaba, Angua, Salahu, Guberewa, Garu, Rafen Iwa, Gidangduku, Anguwan, Najaja, Kunza, and Anguwan Magaji. He was quoted as saying that all these villages I mentioned used to have people, but now we were all displaced from our houses and farms. As we speak, we are now living as refugees in Gwada, Ward, and other villages. We are only living, but we don't know what to do. Salahu therefore called on the state government to come to their aid by getting rid of the terrorists from the communities to enable the residents return to their home and continue farming and live their normal life. This is happening in Kaduna State too. Kaduna State, we are Aerofy, we come out yesterday from Ochiche, was ranting about Goodluck Jonathan. He couldn't salvage their communities. He couldn't save it. But look at it now. They have been taken over. They have been, you see? The terrorism in the north is still caused by them, those politicians. Now then they cause them. That is why it cannot finish. It cannot finish because all these Fulani terrorists coming in from different parts of Africa cannot come without connection. There are people who are inviting them, and they still want to use that same terrorism to link in every part of the country. That is why we are calling on every community to make sure in Igbo land, in the southeast, to make sure that they have vigilantes that will deal ruthlessly with these terrorists and criminals anywhere they are found. You need to make sure that you capture them and deal with them mercilessly. They are everywhere for this country now, so they find where they go sack people. For Enugu State, they say attack every day. And people are still sleeping on their bicycles. Make sure that your community has vigilantes if your community is one of those vulnerable to attacks from these animals in human form. I beg, we'll go another news. But before we go there, I beg, make a quick drop this information with the important. Herbal Care Center, we be say their medicine no bunge. They still get update for now. We be say una get any ailment at all. This hepatitis, they get the medicine. TB, they get the medicine. Body pains, they have the medicine. Malaria, prostrate, typhoid, knack man, for man we be say, they walk well for the other room. BP, that is blood pressure. Ulcer, hernia, female fertility for woman we be say to get belly na wahala. Diabetes control, they still get the what else can I tell you? Please contact them very quickly for your own package today. And then they worldwide for Europe or America or Nigeria, Asia, Ghana, India, anywhere where you mention, they go deliver them for you there. I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay tuned and God bless.